It was news that a young man got killed over Michael Jordan's red Jordan shoes. But unfortunately, if you know anything about the DC area in the United States, it's not news.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
Way back in the day, we're talking over 20 years now, maybe creeping up on 30 years. I took martial arts lessons from a guy. I was only at a school for maybe a month or two. And he lost his son because his son was killed over a starter jacket. This was back when people were robbing people over these starter jackets. I still don't even know what a starter jacket is. I was out of high school at that point. I was out of college at that point, but I still couldn't even afford a starter jacket, so I still wasn't quite sure what it was. I thought it was those big puffy looking jackets, but apparently that's not it. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that people killed you over it. So here it is, the end of 2017. A young man got killed in DC over some red Jordan sneakers. Over some red Jordan sneakers. Now, if you want to know why I train in martial arts, this is why I train in martial arts. This is one reason why, over stuff like that. And training still might not have saved me if they caught me at the right time and pulled the gun at the right time and just shot me and took the shoes, whatever the heck they wanted to take. If my children are watching this and they ever wonder why daddy never bought you expensive shoes, that's why daddy never bought you expensive shoes. Because they both practically are grown now. Because daddy ain't want you to get shot over some shoes, over a jacket. That's why I can dad. No. Y'all know you can afford it? No. Because daddy don't want you to get killed over a piece of clothing. Every time something like that happens, I bet you the guy who's running the toddler class now that I used to run, he might get all of a sudden a big, huge mystery influx drop of people. Maybe not so much because this happened to someone who was 17 years old. So he might get a big influx of people asking for lessons from their kids, for their kids. Those folks come, they typically don't stay more than a month or two, but they do come in. So all this fear and this criminal behavior, it does drive the martial arts industry. Let's face it. How many people have really taken a martial arts class to learn honor and dignity and discipline and to learn another culture? They want to learn how to fight and protect themselves in case somebody wants to rob them over a pair of shoes. A pair of shoes. A pair of shoes. Or a jacket. A freaking jacket. It's got to be the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't care who likes it. Why are you killing people over clothes? This is not the apocalypse. Okay? It's not The Walking Dead, one of my favorite shows. It's not The Walking Dead, and there are no more clothes being made, so you might have to kill one of Negan's people to keep them from killing you or to take their boots. This is pure, straight up, unadulterated greed, criminal level, evil greed and insanity. And I shouldn't even say insanity because the people that probably killed that boy were perfectly sane. It's not people who just got mental problems, it's people who was twisted, sick in here, some kind of diseased heart, just evil character, going around and killing a young man over a pair of shoes. And look, any parents watching this, just don't buy this. Don't buy those shoes for your kids. Just don't buy them. Don't buy them. I didn't buy them for mine. I'm not somebody who's never had kids trying to tell you what to do with your kids. I've had children, and I'm telling you, just don't buy it. I don't care how mad your kids get. I don't care if people talk about their shoes. When I grew up, people talked about my shoes because I had Payless shoes and kids. I don't even know if they make kids anymore. Do they still make kids? They don't make those no more. I had kids. I had Payless shoes. Okay. My mother was not going to spend that kind of money on shoes. One, because we didn't have it. But a lot of people that buy those things, they don't have it. They don't have it either. And two, if you do, somebody might try to kill you for your shoes. And you know what? It's not Michael Jordan's fault. It is not Michael Jordan's fault. We live in a society and in a world that is like, I keep telling people, it's like Game of Thrones up in here. We want to be medieval. We got people who think that I'm strong and I should just take what I want. That's why as much as you hate cops, you need them. Unless you're going to walk around all the time with a gun, a baton, some type of dagger or knife, and a bulletproof vest on with a helmet. If you're not going to walk around like it's quasi-medieval times yourself, you're going to need police to protect you from these evil people who will rob you. And you also need martial arts lessons. Because some of us, black people that look like me, can't walk around with guns. And, like it says in that book, The Killing Art, if you drop your weapon, you need to have something else to fall back on. And Taekwondo can do that for you. As well as Cecil Ryu Taekwondo. So that's my whole spiel on this terrible, just awful situation. They have been robbing people of clothing off and on for at least 30 years. At least 30 years in the DC area. This trend comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. So wait a minute, how long have they been robbing people over the shoes, the Jordan shoes now?
10 years.
So he said the Jordan shoe robbery's been going on for 10 years. I didn't even know about it.
Really 15.
15?
Started in 2000.
15 years. So maybe they switched from the jackets to robbing people for the shoes. I just knew from the jacket thing, no overly expensive clothes for me or mine. It's stuff I still don't like to wear. It's stuff I still don't like for my wife to wear because I don't want anybody to try to rob her to take it. Why do you think that scene is in Batman where they rob Batman's parents? You think that's just for effect? That's just to make it drama? Ooh, it's drama? Because there are really people like that. Art is imitating life. And in the DC area, some people want to kill you over a pair of shoes. So if you're in the DC area, learn how to use a gun. If you can carry that Kubaton, get that. Get a knife that you can legally carry. Don't take it to work if you work in a government building now. Remember, you can't take knives and Kubatons in the government buildings, and you definitely can't take a gun in there. So be mindful of that. In addition to all that and being aware of who you are and where you are, take some martial arts lessons. And if you're near me, sign up with me. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with people who like to talk about the quote-unquote black community and or the martial arts. Peace.